Hello, and welcome back to another week of the More Than Mindset Show with Kim Guillory, and that would be me. All right, guys, this week I want to talk about coaching for a couple of reasons. Number one, coaching works. Like coaching works. It is one of the few things that works all the time, no matter what, as long as you are willing to look at what it's revealing and do something about it. So if coaching is not working, I want you to really consider this. If coaching is not working, then is it even coaching at all? And that's what we're going to get into today. So I have been really excited about offering more coaching. Like I just want to be able to offer it to anyone and everyone who's willing to address and handle life's issues, because I truly believe every part of your life can improve if you're willing to be coached, if you're willing to be helped, if you are willing to consider change. So let's break down what is coaching, or better yet, what is not coaching, because I think there might be a misunderstanding. Coaching is having someone hold the space meaning in real time, holding this mirror so that you can see what's coming out of you. It's really that simple. We're not advising. There's no one giving you their opinions, telling you what to do, giving you advice. That's not coaching. Coaching, well, let's take it from both sides. Being coached is a willingness to have your truth explored. Things that you've always thought or believed, questioned. It's an opportunity to break down the difference between truth and facts and reality, made up BS stories and beliefs. It's an opportunity to see the difference between those. Coaching is a 360 perspective of what is going on in your brain when you are making decisions on what to do or not to do. It's exposure. It's understanding, and it's empowering, because once you can see it and you can understand it, then you can choose to keep it or to change it. That really is, in a nutshell, how simple coaching is. It is not someone telling you what you should or shouldn't do. It's not someone predicting the future for you. It's not someone making your decisions. It is an opportunity to ask great questions, questions that force you to take a deep dive into your knowledge bank, into what you know, and then understand where that came from so that you can choose to continue with it, or you can choose to change it. I know I'm saying the same thing in several different ways, but that is because it's that simple. Coaching is an opportunity to look at the things that you think, to look at the actions that you take, look at the feelings that you feel, and question all of it. You have to first be aware of what is going on. In other words, what are the circumstances that you have created in your life today? What are the things that you have chosen? What are the things that you have not chosen? What are the things that you have refused to do or to believe? What are you feeling? And are those feelings accurate? Or are those feelings coming from beliefs that are not even yours? That's when it gets really juicy and really interesting, because coaching offers you the opportunity to regulate your nervous system so that you do not react, so that you do not do things out of emotion. In other words, very often we just need to take the E out of emotion We need to remove the E, and then we need to move into doing, into motion. The emotion is coming from a thought. And if you're not willing to challenge your thoughts, to question your thoughts, to be coached on your thoughts, to see if they are yours, to see if they are true, and to see if they identify with where you're going, because that's really what's most important. How you identify your future self, how you identify your potential, how you identify what you're creating, and if you're choosing it or not. But so many people are confused. They're watching what's going on online. They're seeing these like big, grandiose lives and numbers and like this reality that's not even real. And then they are bypassing what is going on within themselves in order to go and try to get that and attain that, and very often not even want it. That's the most interesting part. Coaching works, and it works only for the willing. I do believe it should be available for everyone, because right now it is sort of a luxury. It is an expensive commodity for the most part, especially if it's coming to do with money or with business or guidance, having some kind of mentorship on how you can do something faster and quicker. Like, for sure, there is a cost to it. And I'm going to tell you, it's worth every penny. But I'm talking in general. What is coaching? What we are noticing with our clients is that many people do not truly understand what coaching is, what a coach's place is, and then what is the purpose of coaching. It is to help and to empower you so that you could be free to choose, so that you could govern your own life. It is not one more thing telling you what to freaking think or feel or do. It's something to help you find yourself. You already have the answers. I promise you. We just need to remove the barriers that are stopping you from accessing them. Every one of you have your own brilliance. So do I. But very often we can't see it because it's clouded with other people's opinions, other people's agendas. This is legit the biggest problem that we have in like the world, is not even knowing ourselves, not being able to believe that we do have the power. We are in power. We're in power. We're in control. It's what do you do with that control? What do you do with that will? Are you actually looking at what you want and what you want to create and what actions you need to take to create it? Or are you looking at what he thinks, they think, she thinks? Are you looking at what you want? Or are you looking at how it should be? Are you doing things that are going to take you closer to what you're creating? Or are you doing things that they're doing because you believe they have the answers? A good, responsible, competent coach is going to help you know better for yourself. I have a history of coaching, right, since 2012. And what I worry about the most is when someone says or takes this particular action and it looks like this. I better get something from this. If I pay you all this money, it better work. And that's basically coming from the you have the answers and those answers better work for me. And that is not coaching. Coaching is willingness to explore, to understand, to navigate. That's it. It's great fact finding. It's really deep questioning. And it is the ability to not emotionally get involved in someone else's process or someone else's story. Now, that takes practice. because we are so used to feeling and thinking and acting on someone else's story. I mean, we've basically been taught that way, right? You should feel this way. You should say that. But that's not what coaching is. And it gets a lot of crap about that because it seems like it doesn't have empathy and compassion, but it's quite the opposite. When you as the coach, are willing to allow someone else's discomfort help them get to where they're going, that makes you very valuable in the market. The last thing I want as a coach is someone who wants me to feel good or feel better at the cost of me staying stuck. And I want better for you too. The coaches who come through my coach program, it is not comfortable. It is not easy. It takes time to get to the point to where you can actually hold that space. And what do I mean by space? It's just being in presence without emotionally reacting or shutting down or doing something to try and make someone else feel a certain way. That's it. It is a space of presence. It means that you have the ability to not get dysregulated when someone else is in discomfort. Because you have to manage your own discomfort before you can help someone manage theirs. And that is missing very often in the industry. I know some emotionally intelligent coaches who do a really good job at this. And I know some others who do not. And they try to fix you and they try to tell you what to do. And they just want you to feel better. They just want you to feel good. Guys, you're not going to feel good every single day, every single moment in life. Sometimes you need the contrast of not feeling good so you can remember to question why you don't feel good so you can change it. So yeah, the target is to feel better, but it's just not helpful to think that you're not going to have negative emotion. Negative emotion exists and it will not kill you. It's uncomfortable, but it won't kill you. You know what I think is negative emotion? Boredom. It's when you're not changing and growing and challenging and doing something and creating something. That's very uncomfortable. Boredom is uncomfortable. And so what many people do whenever they're bored is they start eating and drinking and binging, anything not to be bored. But boredom is an actual sign for you to set bigger goals, for you to set bigger targets, for you to go and do something else, for you to find something that's satisfying, fulfilling. And so that's one of the examples of what is creating this boredom. What have you done to create the boredom? Or what have you not done that has created the boredom? And that is coaching. The willingness to question, the willingness to stay in the discomfort, the willingness to make decisions. It's all about will. All of it, the whole entire thing. Are you willing to look at where you are, at what created that, what could be changed, and also explore what else you want? So going back to what's always been, even though you don't want it or like it, is a habit. That's it. It's just a mental habit. And coaching helps you to unpack that so that you can recognize that you are doing this to yourself. Why am I talking about coaching so much today? Because I want to bring more coaching to the world. I'm debating right now, how am I going to do that? I have a Skool group that's all about coaching, and I'm offering hot seat coaching. Matter of fact, just reply to this, or hopefully there's going to be a link somewhere where you can come and join for free. And what you have to do is be willing to raise your hand and be coached in front of others in order to see this for yourself, because that is the best way that I can show you is by taking you through the actual experience yourself, because talking about it doesn't really work. Watching others do it doesn't really work. You need to experience it for yourself. That is what I want to do. I want to offer more coaching, especially if you're in the wellness world, if you are a business owner, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a practitioner, if you are producing something great and want to bring it to the world, and you're being held back by your own beliefs, I want to help you release that. And I want you to raise your hand, and I want you to get coaching so that you can see for yourself that you truly can have what you want if you're willing to explore why you have what you have right now. Why this is happening to you, with you, for you, whatever approach you want to be. Why is this happening right now? What is this an indicator of? And how have I contributed to it? And what could I do differently? That's it. It's those sorts of questions. It's really hard, to hold that for ourselves because our brain tricks us. It lies to us and it keeps us stuck in familiar patterns because that is part of the mental triad, which are just three things that the brain is always looking for. It's comfort, it's quickness, and it's a surety, like, oh, I want to know for certain exactly what to do. I want it to work immediately, and I want it to be super comfortable and fun. I need a dopamine hit, right? Well, those three things do not happen in business. And if you're a business owner, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a dreamer, a change maker, nope, not going to happen because you are challenging the norm. You're challenging these beliefs. It's not going to be comfortable and it's not going to be easy and it is not going to be quick. So if you are one of these people, I would love to coach you. I would love to offer more opportunity for hot seat coaching just because I love it and I want to prove that coaching works. When you are willing to be coached, when you're willing to challenge the beliefs and thoughts, then and only then can you have change and something different in your life. If you're not willing to challenge it, and if you're not willing to be challenged on it, you're probably going to take your dreams to the grave. You're probably going to continue doing exactly what you're doing right now that you don't want, right? It's like, it's such a habit to be comfortable and cozy. It's like, I don't want to get up and work out in the wintertime because it's warmer in my bed. That's the kind of thing your brain does to you every single day when you want to change. It's like, no, let's go back. Let's not lose what we have. It could be so much worse. It starts telling you stories and you believe it. And I want to challenge you on that. So that's it. That's what this week is about, is coaching. What is coaching? What is not coaching? And I want to prove to you that coaching works. My call to action for you today is to click the link, to join the group, to come and raise your hand and get coaching, get challenged, and be willing to have freedom to think differently, to be differently, to have differently, if that's what you want. And if you don't want it, then that's fine too. All right, my friends, have an amazing week.
Thanks for listening to this episode of More Than Mindset.